Sebastian, I'll do a Cameo for you because I'm not on Cameo. I just got back walking back from the store. Uh, I gotta eat some blueberries so I can brush my teeth because they're purple and then like they make your teeth white, like you have teeth whitening. Okay. My name is Laura Harmon, aka Lolly Kumaro. It will be Lolly Kumaro, hopefully really soon. I'm really excited. I I know that you are intuitive because I can hear you being intuitive. Yes, there is so much going on with me. I just wanted to see how like intuitive you were, you know what I mean? So, wags. Yeah, wives and girlfriends. Look at me. I'm so excited. Um, you want to know everything. I'm not on Instagram. I think you have to pay to get the app for Instagram, so I'm not. You are being kind of a little snot because you deserve, listen, you are so grateful. You are just like me. Before every single meal, I pray and I thank God for the food. How could we not after what just happened, right? I pray to God about how grateful I am every day. I pray for my friends. I have like a lot of friends that have drug addictions. I like to think that I put God first before like everybody. And then I put myself first sometimes to be able to take care of other people better. You are one of those people. I want to like give you something small, like at least like, come on. When you do something like Cameo, I used to be a dancer, okay? I was not a prostitute. I was an entertainer. I made sure that people knew that, okay? You could have easily been a prostitute, but like you decided not to be a prostitute because you're a godly man, right? And like you just don't give yourself away like that. I admire that about you. Same thing goes for me. But when you work on a site like Cameo, they should give you an option for people to give you tips. It is not greedy for people to give you a tip for a service that you provide, especially if you're not on Twitch, especially if you're not on OnlyFans. You could easily be on those things because you are attractive. That's why I might get into the yoga because, like, naturally, you're Colombian, right? You have a naturally muscular build. You are good looking, honey. When you clean up, right now, like, okay, like I said, I was a dancer. I do the Playboy makeup and stuff. Guess what I just got? And I'm going to do an unboxing video. I got Caitlyn Jenner's red lipstick, honey, called Understanding. Do I look at I'm really excited. Caitlyn Jenner. And I'm kind of an athlete in a way. So, and I really look up to Caitlyn. So there's a spa in Dubuque, Iowa, where I live like 20 minutes from there at the Julian Inn. And Caitlyn went there and I went there. So it's kind of cool to go to a spa that Caitlyn went to. Caitlyn is a great dad. She said she'll never be the girl's mom, but she'll always be their dad. And I'm like, and I saw that roast where they're like, oh, they have daddy issues and stuff. Honestly, I don't think that they actually do. And you don't either, I don't think, because you say, oh, I have daddy issues. Well, you never found a better daddy than your significant other, Andy, who said, hi, Laura, to me. So, Andy, hi, Andy. I'm going to be like a housewife. Not like on the show, though, but like I am going to be like a wag, right? Hopefully, God willing. So, so I get to try on Caitlyn's lipstick. And I sent Caitlyn something. I'll show you. Because I send people things. You don't have to be afraid to give me your email. I will not. I have Troy Aikman's email, okay? You know who Troy Aikman is, like from the Cowboys. I have Stephon Diggs, who used to play for the Bills. He plays for the Texans now. He's a friend of mine. I talked to him. Josh Allen, number 17 on the Bills now, who is having a baby with Haley Steinfeld, right? Like, hopefully they'll get married. I am pretty close friends with Josh Allen, so my significant other went to the same school as me. I gotta show you what I got Caitlyn, though. Maybe I should unbox. Oh, I don't want to. I almost want to make this as a regular video on my thing, but Bethany Frankel, who is a double-edged sword here, she suggested this one. Laura Geller. I did not like the color, so it's not a bad lipstick. I don't wear a lot of lipstick. Now I kind of feel like putting this on there. CSRE 447. I don't know if like when I tag you, Sebastian, Soto, if you look at your videos. So, anyway, Caitlyn, I got her lipstick. I have not unboxed it. Taylor, right? Honey, we're all a little miffed at Taylor. I know you're miffed at Taylor too. I don't want to even talk about her. I only say nice things about Taylor. Sometimes I make some suggestions that she's disrespectful. The Swifties, I think they might have sent me some messages, but I asked them. I said, "Hi, my name is Lolly. My significant other is also an NFL player, or he's taking a sabbatical. He hurt his shoulder. Like I said, he played for the Packers and the Bills and was on a couple other teams. But this is what I got Caitlin. Baby magic, baby. I kind of want to share this with other people, but I'll share it with you first. You can put it on your channel. I give you permission, Sebastian Soto, to put this on your channel because maybe we should collaborate, okay? I could easily do Cameo. I just want to say that I admire you because, like, all those guys, like, all those weird stories, like the guy that wants you to eat the honey. I do it for the honey. I do it for the honey. Anyway. And the guy with the eel in his pants, I think I'm going to have to be dealing with that here pretty soon. I'm like, well, I do like the sushi bar, but I'm a vegetarian, but I could go for a little eel, right? Anyway. So, Sebastian Soto. Dun, da, 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 da. The mat. Here's the mat. You see it? There's the mat. That's my new mat. I don't know what that means. AE lock. What does that mean? I wish I had a picture of my significant other here. I'll send you some stuff. But there's the light. I love the light, don't you? I can tell. Okay. I'm going to tell you some things, and I trust you that, like, you're like, oh, when you were reading me, like, in your mind, I know that you were afraid to say anything because you didn't want to be wrong because you're not a psychic reader. I just want to see how close you were because in my mind, you were thinking about Taylor. We all are. We're praying for her, suggesting that she cleans up her act because she is being so disrespectful to especially her significant other who is so patient and just like, I know he's a great guy. His family is great. Okay. I ran for president as an independent candidate in Wisconsin this last election. And I sent a letter to President Clinton to be my running mate, which of course, he didn't decline. It was kind of cool. I put check boxes on there. I was being 100% complete serious, and he knew that. But, of course, he didn't get his paperwork in because they say, I used to be a crastinator, and then I went pro. Yes, he was a procrastinator. He didn't get his paperwork in, but this is what happened. I kept contacting my senators and my representatives. I even contacted J.D. Vance, and I said, listen, if something goes down with President Trump or he has to go to prison, which, he got frickin', I hope that they impeach him. He's horrible. They might. But I said, listen, if anything goes down where I could serve my country in any way, please get a hold of me. I have all of these references, all of the Wisconsin senators and representatives. I had their phone numbers, give them a call. They are watching me closely. What is it, 24, 25, 28? I think that's kind of soon, but they're watching me, really closely, and they're super impressed because of the work that I do that is volunteer work, yoga with little kids. I'll show you. Please put this on your channel because I'm not going to put it on mine. If people find it, then they find it. Here's my Mama Cat. I am Mama Cat in the Magic Mat, MAJIC. It's some kind of an Air Force thing. My dad had the book. You wouldn't think it's about yoga. I don't know if they were just trying to distract people with some other thing. But yes, the magic mat. So I take my little mat kittens. They got rainbows. The mat kittens. Because, we are who we are. And it's good to be who we are. And if we get the mat kittens on the mat at a young age, then maybe at 12 years old, they won't be having sex. They can have their boys over and have a couple mats and get a pizza and hold hands and smooch a little bit and then play hot lava. I'm going to hop on your mat and... That's what I plan on doing with my significant other. You want to see a picture of him from when he was in college? We went to the same college together, UW Whitewater, right? His name is Jake. Ah, you can hardly see him. There's so much light. Sebastian, I like the light. Do you like the light too? Anyway, I wish you could see this picture of Jake better. So I do have a picture of Jake, but he's really... Okay, here he is. Can you see? Like what he looks like, kind of? He has a helmet on. You can't really see his face. He's really cute. He's really cute. He's really cute. I have a wedding dress and a veil and everything, but I haven't talked to him. Do you like the light? Sebastian, do you like the light? Sebastian, what do you think? Oh wow, my wedding dress. Oh, you can't even really see it. It's a spooky mama. I call myself, I am the spooky mama because I'm back from the dead, back from the dead. Back from the dead, back from the dead. Nicki Minaj, back from the dead, back from the dead, right? So I am the spooky mama. You can hardly see it. There's so much light. So look up that song. This is my original mama cat hat. Somebody handmade it. The original mama cat hat, and I had like rainbow makeup, like on my cheek here. I do like rainbow before I had the rainbow hat that I sewed. It is an aviator hat because my dad was in the Air Force. It's an aviator cat hat. There was a video game with like a little aviator cat. I'll have to figure out what that was. But yes, and I went and I voted. So I voted and there's a pin on it. Mama Cat and the Magic Mat. It might be a thing if I ever become president. Because they're watching me closely. I've never made a mistake. I've never made a mistake. Just like, I'm very focused, but I don't wear my glasses because like, for the last however many years, it wasn't really advisable to wear your glasses. Like, you're more disabled wearing glasses. And like, you say I'm blind as a bat, honey. Well, flap, flap. You gotta look at my song, Flap, Flap. I have an album that I did with my friends. I have a friend that plays the banjo. I just had a friend that did an a cappella song. She passed away. Oh, here's like my wall hanging. It is Rainbow Bright, Gem, She-Ra, Lady Lovely Lux, and a Sprite. And then there's a pink rainbow bear, and then there's a unicorn. So, please put this on your channel. Like I gave you 100% permission. I don't know. I think I have to send it to you though. You can trust me. I know, like, you are a public figure. Here's the deal, Sebastian. I think that you and I both know, unless, like, I'm incorrect, that I don't think that they give us the proper numbers about how many people see our videos. On my videos, it's like 12 people see them. I don't know if that's true, and I get a little upset because I see, like, people, like, shaking their booties, like, kind of inappropriately and stuff. They get, like, 3 million views. Or I see people... Oh my gosh, I have this thing with Tony Hinchcliffe. Like, I keep telling him, dude, apparently he has like the #1 podcast in the United States. I'm like, dude, you are so much more than... He uses the FAGGOT, like the derogatory gay word. Like I say flamer, honey. So I sent him a video about like, Obama flamer, Obama flamer, Obama flamer, Obama flamer. I'm like, honey, flamer. If you want to say like, you don't want to get in a fight with a flamer. I made a video about that. It's like, flamers do not fight fair. Do not call my people the FAGGOT word, because that takes me to a whole nother level of pissed off, because that is like the NIGGER word for our like African American like counterpart like citizens here in America. Like the FAGGOT word is hate speech. I do not accept it. He calls people retards. He says the FAG word, and he talks about pedophiles like way too much that it's uncomfortable. If you really think about what that is, do you want to be thinking about what that is? I don't want to be thinking about somebody performing a sex act on a child, so stop talking about it all the fucking time, right? Anyway, he's better than that. I've seen his material from the past. Here's the light, Sebastian. Do you like the light now, Sebastian? Honey? Anyway, here's a pineapple. When I cry, I look at the pineapple. It makes me laugh. And it really works. So if you're ever sad, there's one particular pineapple that you must think of. So burn this in your mind. I don't want you to ever be sad. And you are really handsome. Like, oh my God. Like when you were on that show with Sloan, Sloan knows who I am too. Here's the pineapple. When you think about your significant, well, not significant other, but like you think about like the grieving, like in your family. I lost my mom and dad to alcoholism. I took the last like 7 years of their lives, almost 6 years of their lives, where my dad had a stroke and he couldn't walk and his left arm was paralyzed. And my mom was diabetic and she had like severe arthritis in her back, but she was an amputee. So I had to help them both. My dad more so for almost 7 years. And my grandma, here's something that you might have read in your psychic reading, or I know that you didn't say anything because you're afraid of being wrong. I just wanted to see, like, you can tell me later. If you see this, because I'm putting a link to it or whatever, and you trust me and you want to put it on your channel, I'd rather have it on your channel than mine. It would be a collabo. Here's some darkness. My grandmother fell and I found her. And both my parents, like, I'm the person that, like, now it's getting kind of dark. I'm the person that, like, when people, like, fall down or, like, when people die, even my cat, which was, like, I'm the person that's, like, entrusted with my family's lives. My family thinks that I'm insane or, like, they try to put me in a mental hospital. I filed a police report about my grandma's death. They try to put me in a mental hospital. And I think I'm not quite, what? Prayer changes things, bud. Prayer changes things. My grandmother was murdered, which they call manslaughter. I have complete confidence that that's what happened. When my mom and dad were alive, they have the thing called an executor. An executor of, when you're a caregiver, an executor of, like, your significant, like, I say significant family members' lives, right? I was the executor of my mom and dad's lives, which meant if anything happened, no matter what, I make the decisions on everything that has to do with their living or dead, honey. Living or dead. They trusted me with their care. They knew that I would know how to carry out the proper... How about this? Have you ever had the coroner and like the undertaker and stuff like all at your house at once in a small town in Wisconsin? Was the first, and your mom's like laying there dead and like the frickin' like the police officer is there. And like, what is the first thing you do? Maybe not even in Wisconsin, when everybody like in the city is in your house and your mom is laying dead there. And you're the one that found her at 9 a.m. because every single day at 9 a.m. punctual, my mom and I would watch Jerry Springer every single weekday. We would have our Dunkin' Donuts. And I know that you take CBD. We would smoke our marijuana in the morning as our medicine. Every day at 9 o'clock, I found my mom in there. I had a feeling. I was in the other bedroom. I'm like, I feel like my mom's not alive. I feel like her presence is gone. And I didn't know, like I prepared myself. I'm like, I feel like I'm going to walk in there and my mom is going to be like, no more, right? So my family was supposed to pick me up from Whitewater because I went there to write this is getting to be 20 minutes. I went there to write this story or like, I took a friend with me. I went there to apply back to school and I got accepted, but my mom passed away, so I didn't end up going back. I have been working on projects since 2015. I believe people have noticed. I send my work to all like, I guess like established people, like the blue collar comedy guys, you know, like Jeff Foxworthy, Larry the Cable Guy, Bill Engvall, and Tater Salad, like Ron White. I have been sending them my work for years. Like I said, I contacted President Clinton saying, "Oh, I'd love you as my running mate." I thought it was a possibility, and this is the thing that makes me successful, is that I really believe that these things can come to pass. Twitch, twitch. But what's the first thing that you do when, like, your mom's in there dead and, like, the police officer is there and then, like, the EMTs are there, the funeral director guy's there and the coroner is there? The first thing that you do is you make coffee. So I hope that never happens to you, but just as advice for anyone, when everybody in your little small hometown is there, you make a pot of coffee, even if nobody had any. That's what you do. My grandmother fell and I found her. Like, I kept calling her and she just didn't answer. She lived like a mile away. I was living with my friend and I was living with friends and they were all like crystal meth addicts. I would say like I was a crystal meth addict. I wasn't a crystal meth addict though. I was trying to help my friends and I did, like, to a certain degree. They had to learn how to help themselves, but here I am. Here you are. This video is at 21 minutes. My family, on like one side of my family, are not good people. The other side of my family, my Uncle Paul has like slight dementia enough that his son, my cousin, did not understand. And Uncle Paul's wife passed away. Even though he has a little dementia, he could be at his home. Like he has like oh my God. My cousin and like, I have another cousin, like his sister, and then like her husband, who I consider my cousin. They've been married for, I don't know, 30 years almost or something, if not more. He is all on board for getting Uncle Paul out of that place. Uncle Paul is not supposed to be in that place. Uncle Paul married my Aunt Donna when they were 18 years old. They were meant for each other, like they had the best marriage. He was just like having to do the best he can, like living out the rest of his life, understanding that like this is what it's going to be like being like a widower, okay? Like I'm going to learn how to maybe, it's just like it was going to be another experience in his life that he is not meant to be in a place like he is in right now. His children, like I think, live in the same town as him, and coming from someone who took care of severely disabled people that needed help even being like in the shower and on the toilet and stuff, all he would have to do in the morning to take care of his dad is go have coffee with dad, make sure he takes his pills, call him at 4 in the afternoon because he doesn't need to be put on the toilet, he doesn't need like, call him at 4 in the afternoon. If he doesn't answer, go over there. Around 8 o'clock at night, call dad. Or go over about 8 o'clock at night. Dad, are you going to get in bed okay? Are you going to get in your recliner okay? Because he likes to sit in his recliner and watch the Packer games. Make sure he takes his pills or his medication. Make sure he's all right. He didn't fall, because it is kind of like there's a small like staircase between, like there's an upper level, there's a lower level. So even on that side, there's some problems. I have an aunt with like a severe gambling problem. That, oh my gosh, I'm telling you a lot of things. So you didn't have to do a psychic reading on me. I'll just tell you what's going on. We're at 24 minutes. I can make this like there's the light, Sebastian. Do you like the light? Because I do. I do. Do you know what that means? So if this like significant other of mine ever has any doubt in his mind that if anything ever happened, which I hope it never does, that I will have his back and like, through thick and thin, no matter what, because that is what family does, except for on the mom side of my family where they wish I was dead because I have property that rightfully belongs to me. because I have common sense and an understanding of business and finance, unlike my cousin, who was granted, here we go full circle, I was granted the executor of my mother and father's life because they can trust me with their life. He was granted the executor of the finances because my mother, after my dad passed away, which this would never in a million years ever happened if my father was alive, because I understood doing farm business, going to like credit unions, I saw them do everything. I'm not a person that excessively spends money. He has a drug addiction. He's not being honest with who he is. He's cheating on his significant other. He is not straight. So he sold property, like over like 60 acres of property, signed my name, signed my signature because the property belongs to me. But he thinks it belongs to him, right? It's my farm, right? It is not your farm. But that is like 30 years in prison. Do you know how much money that is? I do not. It has got to be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. He forged my signature. That is more than a felony. That's like taking somebody's life. It is like, at that time, now we are free of that. At that time, it's like taking somebody's life. I know they're kind of like, oh, we wish Laura Lee would just die, or like, because like I don't want to build at the farm. Like I want to turn it into like a industrial hemp farm or something, and do a co-op with the universities that I went to. And also like the people that they're trying to like tell like they're trying to tell people that I'm disabled. I am gifted. I am not disabled. I am an athlete. They just, oh my God, Sebastian. We're at 27 minutes. But who's counting, right? So, just if you're wondering who my significant other is, look up Jake Kummerow. Kumerow, but he's Jake Harmon now. So, all right, Sebastian, I love you. Please get back to me. You can trust me. I am trustworthy. All right, peace.